are currently just getting back. Sorry about that. I was not expecting to have to get up and go. I just expected to buy my lunch and have my mother bring it to me. Unfortunately, something came up, which is okay. And yeah, she at least gave me the ride there to get it, which wasn't terrible. Now, last we left off, we had filled up the Initiate's Ewer twice, with 2 out of all 5 of the, what you want to call it, way shrines. Alright, I'm not feeling terribly great. I'm just coming down off of a long 3, maybe 4 hour lightheaded spell. Kind of just trying to take a deep breath and relax. Trying to, you know, make it easier on myself so I can kind of come back around and not feel like all my nerves are on high wire and whatnot. I'm not sure exactly what's causing me to feel this way. All I know is I'm feeling it. And I do not know what to do. Sorry for those of you who are not friends of spiders. Just kind of the things we have to go through here and there. Excuse me. But this is the Forgotten Vale. There's all sorts of different things in this area. There is secrets. Here is one of the first Falmer tomes. And that one usually is hiding somewhere in the caves. So maybe during one of the previous updates of the game, it changed the locations of the earlier tomes, which I'm okay with. It just means that I have to do a little more, a deeper search, and be more thorough than I used to be. That's okay, you know. That's okay. I'm good with being far more thorough. That's actually why I'm scaling mountains right now. I wasn't too interested in finding all of them before. This time I'm actually trying to find the jeweled paragons as well before getting to the, what you want to call it, the chapel, where the this is certainly going to have one of them on it. There is the sapphire paragon. The more of those we collect, the better we do. Nothing hiding behind that waterfall. I'm not entirely sure what the paragons are supposed to do. All I know is they activate certain pedestals inside the chantry. I know I just called it something different a second ago. However, I've also never been able to find all of the paragons. Normally, I only find like 1 or 2 of a few frost giants in the entire game. There's the amethyst one. And it seems that most of them are with the frost giants in the area. And in order to find them all, we have to hunt all of the frost giants down individually, apparently. Nothing hiding behind the waterfall there either. It looked kind of like there might have been, but there's not. Only reason I usually check behind the waterfall is because occasionally in certain places there are hidden secrets. Got nothing but the waterfall. Now, for example, this is kind of beside it rather than not. It's just the, you know, malachite ore. Behind this waterfall. Got stuck on some ice just there. More malachite ore. This is another one of those way shrines.
You've reached the way. Ariel bless you, child, for you are a step closer to the inner sanctum and everlasting wisdom.
As you can see, we now have two other shrines we can go to. The one at the end of the Dark Hall Passage, and the one pillar of sight that we just left on the other side of the mountain range. This place in itself is absolutely massively beautiful at the same time. So if you think about it, this is like the only place solely still dedicated to one deity. Even in its ruined state, it is kind of actually enjoyable just to walk through here. This all kind of seems like a natural, ancient civilization all in itself, the way it is. Because you have little coves of Falmer, usually hiding around the water's edge. You've got the giants kind of just being, you know, themselves. I'm not exactly sure where this leads. I've only been around a couple of times in here. So it looks like a couple of dead Falmer, if we have already killed these guys, maybe. Maybe it's just something else that we haven't gotten to yet. Hard to say because, you know, these are purposely dead creatures, unfortunately, by the looks of things. What exactly killed these creatures is unknown, but we are bound to find out now. We just fell in from all the way up there. Now, it looks like there's still a few enemies in the area we have to kill and clear out. Feral Falmer seem to kill each other. Seems kind of weird that there would be ferals, but it's also understandable that there are. Because even some of the regular Falmers And as you can see, the ferals will not attack one another, but they will attack just about everything else. Which is kind of unique in and of itself. Almost like those different creatures have their own kind of, what you want to call it, civilized situation. The ferals are good with the ferals, but nothing else. But supposedly the ferals are the ones who got corrupted by Berthel, however you say his name. Because as you can see, they contain traces of vampire dust with them. And according to lore history of the Snow Elves, Ariel is supposed to protect his people, and according to what we learn, the leader, yeah, we were here before, earlier, the Arch-Kieran is infected by vampirism. And typically the Snow Elves are not supposed to be able to contract such a disease. And being that the Arch-Kieran did, he became bitterly obsessed with discerning and dethroning their ruling deity, Ariel. Elves in their own right are supposed to be able to withstand all disease. Not just one or the other, but they are supposed to be 100% disease free. And this is what led to the corruption of the, as Knight Paladin Gelibor says, which led the betrayed to be controlled by the one,
May Ariel's brilliance illuminate your path.
Turned on everyone else. The Shrine of Learning.
May Ariel's warmth imbue your body with strength.
And ever since the age of Ariel and the age when Arch-Kieran Berthus, or Berthel, however you say his name, corrupted vampiric elf douchebag up at the top, he has been planning and plotting the downfall of Ariel ever since. But at the same time, our companion is going to find out that the guy, the Arch-Kieran, wrote the prophecy of Ariel's bow, which led us to come here in the first place. The one elf ruling the Chantry, Arch-Kieran, is the one who wrote the Elder Scrolls prophecy for the vampires. Now, I'm drawing this because I know exactly what goes on here once we've approached that little island stone over there. We might even have them start busting through the ice here in a second. There are some dragons laid to rest in these waters. I'm just kind of surprised they haven't busted through the water yet. Typically, they usually do by the time we even approach the waterfall. I'm trying to do this stealthily because they can bust through the ice at any time in any order, and 9 out of 10 times they try to bust out right under our feet. That's why I'm trying to be a little cautious on trying to approach the area. As you can see, I'm also kind of curious. None of them have busted through. This is concerning because A, they're supposed to. And B, only thing that's random about it is when and where they bust out of the ice at. Maybe it just doesn't register that we're walking across. Hard to say. I don't know. I have never once encountered such a strange predicament. Usually, we start walking across and take even a step toward the shout we just picked up, and by that time 5 are supposed to break through the ice. Now, the concern I have with that is they didn't, obviously. And I was ready for an all-out war with those creatures.
You've arrived. Then go forth, child. May the enrichment of Ariel strengthen your resolve as you undertake your journey to the inner sanctum.
Hard to say. So that is shrine number 4. Now there are 2 directions on this walkway we can go. So usually to get to the next one we have to cross that rickety ice bridge and go up to the mountains. But there's more down here as well. Always looking for the paragons as well. We've only got 2 out of all of them. And we're supposed to have much more at this point. So above us is a number of Fulmer. Every chance that we're gonna have is gonna be filled with combat, full of Fulmers. Now the only other concern, we just literally have that walk right there by coming this far up the waterway. Yes, there's nothing behind that waterfall. The last of the way shrines is right on the road up to the inner sanctum, so we can basically scour through here anywhere. I'm gonna come back through and look at everything we missed, but basically all I need is to come up through here, kill almost everything in here and scour up this point. Because it's like directly above us somewhere. The path we have to go. But there's also some other stuff that we can do while we're on the way there. Normally I walk just straight up, right up through there, through all that, and I'm just like, meh. This time I'll just bypass it all. Because what we're really kind of looking for is the frost giants of the area. They're the ones who've got the paragons. I mean, I've had an occasion where there's been no frost giants in this area, and then yet the paragons are with most of the Fulmer. But I have never once managed to find all of the paragons. No matter how hard I try to find them all. And there's one for each material, aka there's one for the diamonds, sapphire, emerald, ruby. There's one for the amethyst. All of the precious stones have what should I call it? One of the weird paragon to go for. Get. I think there's also a couple that are like iron or something like that. Something stupid. Looks like I go through that little cave area. This area is not entirely necessary to scour through, but it's worth a few chests. I'm not sure where our companion Serana has run off to, but eventually she'll catch up to us. Small little bridge. Let's see where it goes. Quickly double check through here. This is the way we came in. Yeah, it looks to be about the way we came in. And this part of the map I usually don't come through. I usually, once I get to Glacial Cave, I just go the usual path by the frost troll we killed earlier. But, you know, how I am. I want to be thorough this time. Kill everything in sight and look through everything if possible. Sure, there's going to be a bunch that I'll have to come back and look at a later time. Boom. Now we're back on track to get to the next way shrine. Yes, I know we bypassed one of the Falmer tomes and those Falmer shacks back out on the outside of Glacial Cave, way above our characters' heads. But I'm okay with bypassing for now, like I said. I'll come back through here once we're done getting the bow. Makes things just a heck of a lot easier to get the bow and then finish the rest of this. Just because then we're not really in a time crunch to find the bow, get the bow, blah blah blah. It's just, okay, now we can explore the place at our leisure when we feel like it. We need to take our what do you call them? Face dippy doodles. This is usually the pathway we take. Yeah, the wait time's all the way up there somewhere. As well as the chantry. No, we hit it either way. You're not so good at using that bow as you thought. Frost giant. So normally I do not find the sapphire Paragon, but usually I find the diamond one, I find the emerald one, the amethyst one. That thing's wings are still caught in its mid-flight. Now we have 3, so it's 1 of the usuals and 2 that I normally don't get. All of the Paragons are usually contained on the corpses of the Frost Giants. Now, I'm interested in seeing what exactly they're meant to do in the Chantry, which is why I keep looking for them, rather than just simply going through everything, coming back, going there, coming back. It just saves so much time to try and look for them now. Can't go that way. I could if it would let me, but there's nothing up that way. That is the bridge of the Chantry right there. That I just glimpsed at for like half a second. Okay, we're back at Glacial Cave, which we just went up through those hill paths over there. Now we might as well scour through the huts. Thought it was something else. What I thought it was. Scour through the Falmer shacks. See what they offer. Seriously. Surprise, your trap didn't work. That one did, but didn't hit us. Someone else is using arrows. You did. Especially when they keep sneaking up on us, one right after another. Usually it's far more difficult to hit all these foamers. In great succession, that way hopefully they sneak up on us one at a time. And shoot their magic casters. Like the one we just slaughtered in a single hit. Arrow shot missed. Twice you missed. I guess I'm better at dodging your arrow shots than you thought, hmm? You missed. Dead. That's the way we're gonna have to go in a minute, but I'm still searching their shacks this way for any additional goodies that might be worth grabbing along the way. And yes, some of them are, and no, some of them are not. It's hit or miss, depending on what you find, your level, so on and so forth. All that. And typically it gets better a little bit here or there as you go along. Not exactly sure what's up with that house being tipped upside down, but it kind of points the way that we're going. See, that's four, or yeah, 4. We got 1 and we got 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 1 and 4. We have 2 and 3 in between somewhere from the point we grabbed the first one and the one we just got. Not sure where Serana has run off to, but currently she's not here with us at the moment, which, you know, that happens, especially if one gets lost in these catacomb tunnel things. That's probably the only trap that would normally work, because there was no way of getting around it unless you properly jumped over it at the right time in the right spot. That one kind of works perfectly the way they set it up, for just so a purpose. I know better than to trust that there's no Falmer in this area.
You found the way. May the blessings
Normally
of
this area
Ariel
is
protect
packed with
you
zombies.
as you climb the road to the inner sanctum and final enlightenment.
No, we can probably wait here for Serrano to try and catch up to us. He's also almost the most fully appearing ghost here. Because the rest didn't even really have that mist around them like this one does. And I'm still just kind of wondering what happened to Serrano. She kind of just disappeared somewhere behind us. Oh well. We'll figure it out eventually, I guess. Yeah, this is the bridge to the Chantry, which is right over there. I'm just kind of taking one last quick glimpse around to see if there's one of the Paragons hiding around here somewhere. I don't see any. I know there's one inside the Chantry. But exactly where? It's hidden in one of the side rooms. I was just kind of surprised that Serrano didn't manage to catch up to us yet. I guess since we wanted to, apparently we ditched Serrano somehow. Not exactly sure how, but we did. Now some magic of light that I don't even have to do anything for. Wait for it. Poof! It turned green. There she is, finally.
Yes? Not much. If you read any history, it shows up from time to time, but it's a hard thing to track. As far as I know, though, it's never been held by a vampire. That would be a new one. Ariel is one of the elven gods. He's with the rest of them in Aetherius. The way I've heard it, the sun represents the connection from our world to theirs. Supposedly, the bow draws its energy from the sun itself, which is why it shows up in that prophecy. That part, I don't know. Once we have it, hopefully it'll be obvious.
Some of these items we can take and they won't unfreeze. Now, some of them they will.
These fallen. They're frozen in the ice. I wonder how long they've been like this. Who's there?
They're not hard to kill. Over there is where we place the initiate's ewer to try and get into dealing with the, what you want to call it there? The Pariga. That's the trick to this. We now have the ruby Paragon. Not exactly sure what all that is about, all the skeletons and there she walked through. Exactly what all the Paragons are supposed to do, I have no idea. Run, get out of the way. We close it. Should we open it? So Serana can get through herself. Take that back. I know those are supposed to do something. Exactly what, I have no idea. I just know that they're supposed to do something unique in the area once we have them all. Supposedly. And we have the amethyst. We have the diamond. We have the ruby one we just got. We got the sapphire one. We're missing the emerald Paragon, which is also still on a frost giant somewhere in the realm. What exactly they're supposed to do and where we put them, I have no idea, as I said. Get out of the walkway and you'd make a difference. Sit there and you're just gonna end up stuck behind that wall again. Now it's worth collecting some of the items these Falmer have because it's a little extra gold later on. Some of them aren't really worth a damn. Some of them are. Some of them will forever remain trapped in ice unless we touch stuff like this. And then it's just basically, oh hey, and they'll break out eventually. Some of them won't. You can see there's nothing on the other side of the room. We push in here. Got a new spell tome. It's a healing item.
Where did you...
Some extra treasure isn't bad to grab. Up ahead is our target, the Arch-Tyran. So, my guess is that all these skeletons are some of the previous initiates who all are killed. Exactly why I'm not under the impression that those are who those are, but it's highly unlikely. Because, I mean, I guess there's a story behind all the skeletons somewhere. But because I had that guess, I'm not entirely sure what to say otherwise. I am inclined to believe that those are the initiate skeletons. Or all of the remaining other snow elves that got killed from Knight Paladin Galabor's team. But you would think that's the way forward. We don't want to go that way yet. You would think that there was more to the story than that. You would think that if they were the paladins that were led here to try and empty the area of Falmer, you would think that there would be armor from them around here someplace. Like Knight Paladin Galabor's armor. Ancient Falmer armor. But as you could clearly see, there wasn't anything there. There it starts to lag a little bit. Holy crap, it's lagging more than a bit.
Did you really come here expecting to claim Ariel's bow? You've done exactly as I predicted and brought your fetching companion to me.
Wait, is he talking about me?
Which, I'm sorry to say, means your usefulness is at an
Blah,
end.
blah, blah.
Who's there? You knew I heard something.
Do you really think your frozen creeps are going to do anything?
An impressive display, but a wasted effort. You delayed nothing but your own death.
Everyone always underestimates me and thinks that they'll be the one to finish me off, but it doesn't happen. Come now. Yes, if you're surprisingly underleveled, this is
enough. Long before you were born. No! It won't let you saturate the preparation!
He's up there on the balcony. Come on.
Running away and hiding, like all the others, right before you lose.
Enough, Berther. Give us the bow.
How dare you?
Blah,
I was
blah,
the
blah.
arch-curate of Ariel, girl. I have the ears of a god.
Until the betrayed corrupted you. Yes, we've heard this sad story.
Gelibor and his kind are easily manipulated fools. Look into my eyes, Serana. You tell me what I am.
You're a vampire? But Ariel should have protected you.
The moment I was infected by one of my own initiates, Ariel turned his back on me. I swore I'd have my revenge, no matter what the cost.
You want to take revenge on a god?
Ariel himself may have been beyond my reach, but his influence on our world wasn't. All I needed was the blood of a vampire and his own weapon, Ariel's bow.
The blood of a vampire. Ariel's bow. It was you? You created that prophecy?
A prophecy that lacked a single final ingredient. The blood of a pure vampire. The blood of a daughter of Cold Harbor.
You were waiting all this time for someone with my blood to come along. Well, too bad for you. I intend on keeping it. Let's see if your blood has any power to it.
What trickery is
Where'd
this?
you come from?
He did! Come on now. Oh, he also becomes a ghost.
So the deed has been done. The restoration of this way shrine means that Bertha must be dead, and the betrayed no longer have control over him. What? What are you talking about? A vampire. I see. That would explain much. Deep inside, it brings me joy that the betrayed weren't to blame for what happened here. Because that means there's still hope that they might one day shed their hatred and learn to believe in Oriel once again. It's been a long time since I felt that way, and it's been long overdue. My thanks to both of you. You risked everything to get Oriel's bow, and in turn, you've restored the Chantry. I can't think of a more deserving champion to carry it than you. If you wish to learn more about the bow, or obtain sun-hallowed arrows for it, I'd be more than happy to help. You've but to ask.
That is Ariel's bow that we just
Please,
acquired.
take the bow. It's yours. The bow was said to be carried by Oriel himself into battle against the forces of Lorcan in ancient mythic times. Its craftsmanship has no equal anywhere within Tamriel, and possibly beyond. The bow draws its power from Aetherius itself, channeling it through the sun. Therefore, when an arrow is loosed from the bow, it produces a magical effect very similar to being burned by fire. That's actually only a fraction of its potential. With sun-hallowed arrows, you would be able to produce a much more spectacular effect, causing bursts of sunlight to envelop your foes. The sunbursts would certainly hurt anything, but is especially devastating to the undead. Well, using an arrow with the bow that's been dipped in blood may cause it to function differently, corrupting its purpose. That's, of course, if you're foolish enough to try it.
Excuse me.
I can actually assist you in that regard. If you were to bring me some good quality elven arrows, I could imbue them with the proper incantations and rituals. Absolutely. I can only Absolutely. Certainly. I can only do 20 at a time. But I see that. I'm afraid I'll need elven arrows if you want me to produce the sun arrow.
Not as shiny as I... Well, before we spoke to my mother in the soul cairn, I would have said we bring the bow to my father. But after everything with her, I don't think we can trust him. I keep thinking that there's got to be another way, but he'll turn on us both the moment he gets the chance. No, he has to die. We have no choice. Thank you. Somehow I knew you'd understand.
Alright, so we now have Ariel's bow. And right now, we can go and scour the lower levels for the one Porygon that we're missing, but I'm gonna do that after we face Harkon. Just because I want him dead first. The only reason we're gonna need Ariel's bow to destroy I keep calling him Harkon, but I'm just gonna call him that, Harkon. In order to do that, we need it to break through his shield.
So, you've returned. Is your pet keeping you entertained?
You know why we're here.
Of course I do. You disappoint me, Serana. You've taken everything I provided for you and thrown it all away for this pathetic half-breed vampire.
Provided for me? Are you insane? You've destroyed our family. You've killed other vampires, all over some prophecy that we barely understand. No more. I'm done with you. You will not touch her.
So, I see this dragon has fangs. Your voice drips with the venom of your mother's influence. How alike you've become.
No. Because unlike her, I'm not afraid of you. Not anymore.
And you. It appears I have you to thank for turning my daughter against me. I knew it was only a matter of time before your ambition outgrew your loyalty. A small price to pay for the betterment of our kind. Oh, come. You've simply used Serana in an attempt to... The vampire is eternal. And... Yes, quite. I'm growing weary of speaking. I'll give you a single chance to turn over the bow to me.
Very well, then. You leave me no choice.
He's gonna attack us either way. I'm just gonna keep them off of Serana so she can basically slowly kill him over a small amount of time. Mainly because I know if I instant shot it, it'll break. Unless I switch weapons. This is where we need to go. Not today, Archon. Such a shame. The only downside he's got is his basic form is when he turns invisible, we just gotta follow the mist. Now, as soon as he goes into the shield the second time round, we can instantly shoot him dead. It doesn't matter what. Now, the reason I'm not just straight out killing him is because it has to last a little while. Otherwise, it'll break. Like, literally, the game will break. He won't die. And in a constant loop where he just keeps, you know, re-healing and it never ends. This is why I keep fighting the way I am. I have seen this too many times in order for it not to happen. That might be the end right there. Nope, he's still gonna keep going.
I'll rend the flesh.
He's running out of magic, so he's now gonna run. Now, it shouldn't get glitched if I use this on Harkon. Trying to run and hide all this time. This should be where it ends. Yep.
That's done. I'm not sure. I'll probably stay here for as long as they'll let me. I think we can rebuild here. Make my family's legacy something more respectable. Of course, if you've got any more adventures planned. That's what I wanted to hear. It sounds like that's the last bit of the prophecy. The blood of a daughter of Cold Harbor can corrupt the bow. Sure. Do you have any arrows, though? They would have to... Oh. All right, then.
My congratulations. Well met, sister. Lord Harkon defeated. I never imagined I'd see the day. My lady, you have my deepest sympathies. I am sure this was not easy for you.
He was out of control, Garen. It had to be done. I'm not happy about this. He was still my father. But I suppose my father really died a long time ago. This was just the end of something else.
Of course, my dear. All will be well now. Hello there. Well met, sister.
And yeah, that ends the Dawnguard DLC, apart from just the odds and ends. We can bring them on our
Hello there.
travels.
Now that the castle is yours, I was wondering, would you be interested in having the passage to the courtyard restored? Harkon clearly never cared much for it. It would be my pleasure. Ancestors guide you.
Another elf, I see. I'm sure Vilgalmo is sizing you up as we speak, trying to figure if you're friend or foe. He'll tell you what a monster I am, that I can't be trusted. You mark my words, it's him you need to worry about. If it'll get him closer to being in charge, he'll slit your throat without a moment's thought. Speak with Baron Santry. He has something for you. All right then.
Yeah, we can now take missions from other people in the whole
Well met,
or the
sister.
building.
I've been performing a little research on the blood chalice. I believe we can prolong its salutary effects if we infuse it with potent vampiric blood. I've located the petrified remains of an elder vampire. Bring them to me, and I should be able to extend the effects granted by the blood chalice. I may not have potions to block the sun, but I do have nearly everything else.
And he's not entirely wrong on that either. He does basically have, on occasion, almost every ingredient potion, and sometimes recipes for said potions a mile long. But now we can just about sell him anything, everything we don't need, and so on.
Revel in your power.
Hello there. Whatever is required. I'm happy to do whatever is asked of me. I only wish to be useful. Often I take on tasks that Garen or Farron find distasteful, or beneath them. If I can remain useful, those above me will see fit to keep me here. I'm afraid you're beyond my meager abilities. I'm sorry I cannot serve you better. I'm sorry I don't have more to offer.
As long as he keeps a good quality of arrows around, I have no problem looking at the other way on his issues. Do I have any other arrows, though? Is what I'm curious. I know I was picking up a bunch, and I know I got... As far as I know, I didn't get any on the way after leaving... What's his name? I was using most of them for sun-hollowed arrows. I don't think I have any... No, I don't have any elven arrows.
Thank you.
However, I know I probably could buy some off of the forge procure over here, I guess. The smith.
Do you need something? I keep the forge running day and night in case you need anything.
I need elven arrows. Now we have some. We have more than enough to actually test our theory. Or the theory.
Feast on life, friend.
What now? Let's just get this over with.
Yes. Only one. And yes, now we're going to use those really soon to block out the sun. Yes, eventually we'll be sent to turn people into vampires that'll help expand our influence over the realm and so on. But as of right now, we're just taking what we can get. I hope you all have enjoyed this edition of Skyrim glitch runs and such. And I'll probably stream later once the passage to the courtyard is restored. It's basically right behind where Harkon made his proclamation just a little ways from the spot where the chapel that we killed him in was. So, I mean, other than that, that's all of Skyrim. With glitches, with the teleport mod, and all sorts of added extras. Sure, eventually I'll have to do the Dark Brotherhood missions again, hopefully to get to kill an Emperor so we can finish that mission and you can see. But for most of those who may be watching, probably have already played the game. So, I mean, I just hope you have enjoyed, and tune in again at a later time. Thank you all for watching.